Greetings, everybody. Give me a second. I need to plug up my microphone so you guys can hear me. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. Um, I wanted to do this because, all right, where do I start? For starters, I wanted to share because I get musical messages all the time, but like, I think I said this before in another video that I don't always share every message because sometimes I think the messages are personal. So I don't always share them as collective readings or whatever unless I feel led to. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I want to say I was doing like a meditation, my singing bowl. Earlier, actually, I was led to um, do a clearing, an energy clearing, and it was very, 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 very heavy energy and a lot of releasing and crying. When I was done, I hopped on Instagram and I seen a picture of Michael Jackson, and I don't know, it was just weird. So I was guided to do like a collective singing bowl energy reading, or not energy reading, clearing meditation with the heart chakra because I feel like a heavy energy. Like it's just a lot, it's sometimes during the holidays, some people just don't feel like celebrating. They're just not in that mood. It's, colder outside, it's a very hibernated like energy. So it's a time where a lot of people are prone to depression and isolating themselves and stuff like that. But it's a good time to heal. It's a good time to go within. And I'll speak for myself. It's not always easy to do that. So speaking of Michael Jackson, like I said, I seen a picture of him on my Instagram feed or whatever, and I was doing the collective meditation, singing bowl meditation. It's up on here on YouTube, by the way, on my Instagram. If you guys follow me on Instagram at Walu Child Readings, I usually upload meditations every now and then. But I heard "You're Not Alone" by Michael Jackson, and I took note of it because I Archangel Michael was standing behind me as I was doing it. The first meditation I did, I was clearing for a soul that passed over, um, and Archangel Michael was standing behind me. I put two and two together. Archangel Michael, Michael Jackson, put two and two together. So I don't know if this is like, I'm going to pull some cards, but I feel like it's a number of things. Some of you guys are depressed. You feel like you're alone in this by yourself. You may feel lonely. You may be isolating yourself from others. Whether you have people around you or not, it doesn't matter. You could still feel lonely. I'm sure you guys know what that feels like. Um, for others of you, someone passed on recently or someone has passed on, and it's like this sadness and like separative energy from that person. And for others of you, it's like a heartache of feeling alone, like someone that you love is like not with you, they're far. And I heard the song in my head, like, I'm not gonna sing probably unless spirit leads me to, but you guys know the lyrics. It's like basically feeling like you're by yourself, and even if that is spirit around you, your angels, your ancestors, you're not by yourself, and collectively you're not going through this alone because there's a lot of people, I guarantee you, that are going through this period of energy. So I just wanted to tap into that, okay? Um, if you guys don't know that song, go read the lyrics or listen to it because it does not have to literally be taken as a romantic song. It can be taken as a message from someone on the other side. Like, I feel like somebody needs to hear that, or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to tap in. Let's see. I'm gonna pull some angel cards. I know you guys can't see me. I'm not presentable. I'm like, not dressed. You know what I mean? I like to be in my comfort. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not dressed, but let's see. Archangel Michael is here. Yeah, see, I'm looking at the lyrics right now. It says, just the other night, I thought I heard you cry, asking me to come and hold you in my arms. I can hear your prayers. Your burdens I will bear, but first I need your hand, and forever can begin. Some of you guys, this is a spirit guide, an angel, an ancestor, something that's talking to you. This is an angel or spirit guide. And if this is like someone's lover or lover's higher self, because you're connected, they can hear you. But I feel for majority of you, this is your angels on the other side contacting you. A spirit guide, angel, ancestor. Because we're all connected, like on a spiritual level. Like the spirit realm is stronger than this physical realm. What upkeeps this spirit or this physical realm is the spirit realm. The projection of it is what keeps this whole thing going. Believing that it's real, believing that separation exists, because you can connect with anybody telepathically. You can connect with anyone through the dreams, in the heart space, through music, through numbers. Like, even if people are passed on, we're all spirit. Like, we have spirits. I can't speak for everyone as far as like having a soul. I'm not gonna get into all that, but you know what I mean. We all can connect. So I feel like because everything is like nothing's really hidden anymore. If you know what I mean, like things are happening very rapidly. Like there's no separation. So strange happenings are just like not strange anymore, and they're more frequent. Synchronicities and stuff are like very very thick. Like you might be between worlds. You might you might be usually people, how you experience being in between worlds is usually like before sleep, like when you're in between that state of you're awake but you're about to fall asleep, or you're waking up, like you just woke up, you're kind of still in between worlds. It might feel like that. Like you might have moments where you zone out, and um the time is like it doesn't even matter. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. I experience it every now and then. I'll look at the clock. It'll be 11:11, and the time will not shift until 11:13. Like it will completely skip 11:12. It'll stay stuck on 11:11, and it'll completely skip 11:12. I'll be guided sometimes to look at the clock on my phone or something. I'll be guided to look, and it'll be stuck on 11:11. It's weird. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced that, but it's just like the shit is just like it doesn't exist. It's not real. And I used to say this all the time to myself, like the only thing that exists in this fucking world is love. And I don't just mean like romantic love or whatever, but just love, period. Like they say, home is where the heart is, right? All right, so pay attention. Yeah, pay attention to y'all dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, because that's where you're having most of your experiences, your conversations. People are showing you who they are. And some of you guys, you might be having trigger dreams where you're being triggered, things that need to be healed or released. Um, you're having conversations with people in your dreams. Pay attention. What are the signs and the symbols? If you feel anything, like if you feel into your heart chakra and you feel any type of heaviness or tightness in your heart chakra, and you think of a person, it's probably most likely because that person needs healing or they need some type of love. And if you feel that too, and if you have it within yourself, send that person healing energy and love energy. A lot of people are going through it, and they're not showing it, and they're not telling you. And you may be going through it, but you're not really showing it or telling anyone, or you've been holding on to it for far too long. That's why I feel like that message also came through, so that you know that you're not alone in this. Like, you have people, I guarantee you, there's somebody around you. Even if you bump into a stranger and you're having a bad day, you never know if that person is available, like someone that's sent by God or the angels, or whatever, your ancestors, the universe, to talk to you or listen to you or them vent to you, whatever, however it flows. Just trust the energy. Just trust. Thank you for your loving guidance, your clarity, divine spirit. What is it that you want me to share? Thank you. Okay. You have a lot of wands, the seven of wands, five of wands, and the knight of wands. Things are moving very quickly. Energy is like time, energy, everything is like speeding up. And I feel like at this time, it's time to like fight your battles. Like, it's not easy. I feel like we're cleaning up at a rapid rate. Like, a lot of the reason why a lot of people are possibly triggered, I'm not even going to say possibly, one of the main reasons why people are triggered and there's a lot of things that are coming up, like past energies coming up, fears coming up, sadness, and all this other stuff lingering, is because it's cleanup time and it's happening quickly. Like, we're doing this work in like a short amount of time. Like, we're getting it done. Like, stuff that might have taken 2 years to heal and confront or face, or things that may have taken 10 years to heal or face or whatever, is like happening now and like being cleared, some instantly, like instantaneously, like as soon as you address the shit, it starts healing. um all of this is happening in divine order and divine time, but I feel like it's happening fast though, very fast. So a lot of irritable energy, but just know that it's helping you. This energy is helping you. The numbers 7 and 5 can represent something for you. 7 to me represents the crown chakra, represents divinity. Um, Another energy I'm picking up is the energy of change and shift. Maybe look into number 75 or number 57, just whatever. Look into those numbers, or you can even add those numbers up together. Yeah, I've been seeing fives a lot too. Sevens and fives a lot. Um, yeah, you guys gotta be like a warrior to this, because there's a lot of things happening quickly. Um, because things are gonna happen suddenly for you, and I feel like spirit's trying to clear the path so that you can move forward. Let's see what else. Thank you. Yeah. So we're in hermit mode. It's not a bad thing. The hermit mode is actually pushing us into ourselves to heal, not so much to isolate and all of that. It's more so that we can go within and heal ourselves. So this could be like a whack time for some of you. It's not the most exciting time right now, even though it's the holidays. I still feel like it's beneficial to take time out for yourself, and I'm trusting that myself. It's not always easy to do, especially when you have a lot of demands or you have a lot of distractions. You gotta try to like make that time, and sometimes spirit will do it. And one of the things that spirit did for me, I spent a whole week off. I actually was guided to take a week off from readings and stuff, like personal readings, and that's the time, around the time that I got sick too. So spirit will also do things to just like put you down on your feet and lay your ass down. So this is a time where you're discovering yourself. You're spending a lot of time in solitude. Also, you do have angels and ancestors around you to assist you through this time, because if you're not listening to your inner guidance, you'll feel stuck when you're really not stuck. You'll look at things as a negative rather than helping you. It's because what's really happening is that you're being helped, or your spiritual team wants to help you. You're not alone in this, like I said, like you're not. And it's time to review. A lot of reviews of past energy. For some of us, it is karmic cycles, karmic past energies, if you believe in past lives, that sort of thing. Heavy energy like that, clearing family traumas. I don't like to say generational curses, but if that resonates with you, something along the lines of that. And Yeah, you guys got your angels. They're like bringing things to you. Like your angels or your spirit guides, your higher self will like present themselves to you in a way. They'll work through other people to get your attention. And if you're someone that's prone to numbers or music or something on TV, like certain phrases, they'll say something that someone told you the other day. Um, it's just how things line up. How things line up is really weird, and it'll capture your attention. Like it'll throw you off for a reason, and that's because it's like your angels are standing in front of you trying to get your attention, or they're going to use different people. So this is a time for you to review a lot of things. You may be spending time reviewing your past a lot, and I feel like that's what you should be doing because it's time for you to move forward. You can't repeat the same cycle, and I feel like spirit's very clear on this. Yeah, you guys have faithful ancestors and spirit guides that have been like with you this entire time, like your whole entire life, and they've always been there. Um, like they want you to really get to work, like really get to work and be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself at this time, not so heavy on yourself. Some people don't believe in like angels and ancestors and all of that. I cannot convince anybody. I'm not here to convince anyone about anything. If this stuff sounds like whatever, just some shit, some crap, whatever, then it's not for you. But we do have a council of beings on the other side that do assist us and do help us. And whether you believe in a higher power or your higher self, even your higher self is guiding you. You're just a physical vessel. You're just a vehicle. So there's something always higher that's going to guide you. It's like driving a car. It's a vehicle. You're the driving force of that car. Like yeah, it has its parts, its organs and the machinery or whatever, but you're driving it. You're the spirit, the soul that's driving the vehicle. So again, even if you don't believe, oh, there's no such thing as angels and God, well then yourself, your higher self, your spiritual self as higher is guiding you. So yeah, I'm not really getting love and romance. Really feel like these are energies on the other side. And if you have been, I will say this, like I'm not all like up in the twin flame hoopla like I used to be when I first, started my spiritual journey and started my YouTube channel. That's the type of energy I was on. Um, I just don't get into labels and stuff like that, but I can differentiate between energies and stuff like that. So I do believe in divine counterparts, um, God mates, soul mates, whatever you want to call it, whatever the fancy words are, the essence and energy of, two vessels coming together, higher selves, energies connected to one another. A lot of you are going to feel this separative energy. And it's like, I don't, I don't know. If I feel led to do a reading on Juice World, I might. I don't really feel led to. Um, I helped him like, I don't know. I did an energy clearing with that early today because I felt led to. A lot of heavy energy, a lot when I tapped into that, and me and my sister did it because I feel like he came to me, so I had to release it. It's not the first time that's happened with passed over souls. It's not fun all the time, but yeah, um, I'll think about it if I'm led to. But I feel like with when it comes to like love, like say partnerships, those who are in true spiritual connections that are with a divine counterpart, a equal mate, where there's spiritual councils that brought you together and that are bringing you together. I can't speak for. I'm not talking about forged connections and unrequited love connections or karmic connections. I'm speaking of like, and I believe that some God mates, I'm gonna call them God mates, divine mates. I'm gonna call them that. have karmic energy that needs to be cleared too. So I won't say that. Like there's no karma, like it's just so perfect and there's nothing that needs to be clear, but there's a total difference because the energies are mutual. You could feel it in energy. It has its ups and downs and stuff like that, and I feel like there's a lot of triggering in those energies as well. It's a lot of triggering. Let's pull on that. Divine Spirit, please tap in. Your moon is in Gemini. I feel like you have to have some sort of communionship with your heart. I'm not really that keen on astrology, like an expert, but just what I feel for you. The Gemini rules communication and the intellect. I feel like you need to tap into your heart and your emotions. You have to communicate yourself, communicate from your truth. All right. Um, I will say that some of you, like, if you have met your divine counterpart in this lifetime yet or not, you do have a divine energy that's coming to you. That's like a messenger. Um, it's like a messenger. They send messages to you. Their higher self sends messages to you, and they serve as a guide to you. Like they're guiding you. They visit you, whether they're visiting you in your sleep, like in your dreams, or you feel their energy and essence around you. Like I said, we're spiritual beings. There's no separation. There's no such thing of limits. Only what we put in on shit. Like there's no separation. So I feel like energetically they come to you. Just like how some people say they feel their ancestors around or their passed over loved ones. They can smell them. They can smell their perfume, their cologne. They can sense them around. The same thing, just because we're not passed on into the other realms does not mean that our higher self cannot make appearances. But just be discerning with that too. I also feel like there is a lot of triggering with connections. Some of you guys, there's a lot of wounding that's being brought up, and I feel like some of you may be triggering the other party as well. Like, it's a lot of indecision whether or not you want to continue or carry on your path, or you fluctuate between, do I want a spiritual connection? Do I not? Or do I want to deal with this person or not? Like, you guys may go through different energies. Um, I do get some of you guys are a little bit Queen of Swords right now, like very cold and cut off, not really wanting to deal with your emotions. And the more you do that, the more Spirit's gonna push triggers for you to heal or for you to address what's going on. Um, let's see. Yep, the Two of Cups and the Hierophant. You guys made a commitment to your higher selves, to God, your angels, and your spiritual team that whatever, why you're coming together with this person would be completed. And until you complete that, it's like you're going to continue to feel kind of, not, I wouldn't say like pushed or forced, but your soul is going to continue to call you back to your path. And this person is a part of your path. It's not about you two like that, like what we think it's about. It's not like that. Everyone has like we have a soul mission and purpose in life, whatever we're meant to bring in, and so does the other party, but there's something joined here. And that's why I say God mates and soulmates and all of that, whatever you want to call them. It's not all about romance. Like that's the catch. That's also the cherry on top. Like that's the little gift on the side, but it's not the whole divine order. So that's why I say it's not an easy thing. Not to say that it's a whole bunch of heartache where somebody's continuously hurting you and abusing you and manipulating you and controlling you, whooping your ass. Like, I'm not saying like that's not a divine counterpart. What I'm saying is that this person pushes you out of your comfort zone. They call you to go higher. A God mate pushes you closer to God, whether you believe God is your higher self, whether you believe God is a divine being, essence, a state of mind, bringing you closer to your purpose, bringing you closer to your authentic self. Anything that takes you away from your authentic self, takes you away from your divinity, is not your divine counterpart. You will have people that help you along the way to be that better you, your soul fam, your soul tribe. But this connection is vice versa. Both of you push each other out of your comfort zones. You trigger each other to heal, to better yourselves. Like this connection does not take you away from the most high or your higher self, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't take you away. It brings you closer to. So if it's taking you away, it's not divine. It's not sent by, it's not your higher self bringing you to that. Our ego can attract certain people. Our ego can be drawn to certain things and certain people. So just be discerning. But there's a spiritual marriage first, meaning it's some sort of commitment that was made with the souls, I feel. And I feel like the sadness and the separative energy is really a yearning, like your soul, not so much for the person itself, but it's like a compass to push you further and closer to your purpose and your path, to get you on board. Anytime you're off your path and off out of alignment, you're imbalanced, you're not in alignment with yourself, you don't know where to go, you don't know what you're doing. So spirit will send you things to get you back on track, whether they got to trigger you into healing something, whether they inspire you to take action, whatever they got to do, they're going to do it. um let's see what else. And yeah, like on an earthly level, this stuff can be annoying. Like it is. Like sometimes you like, I don't want to deal with this shit. Like I'm crazy. I don't want to deal with this. Like you don't want to. But if spirit's calling you to something, you know it because spirit won't leave you alone. Like you will know that it's divine. There's no mistaking it. There's no forging, forcing it, trying to control it, make it, trying to convince yourself. The shit will just line up. The shit will line up. You need to rest, Michelle. You need to unplug. Yeah. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So, yeah, some of y'all got to get out of that energy of feeling like left out by spirit, by people, just not feeling. It's like a low vibrational energy. The Queen of Pentacles is very, this is about self love and nurturing. So don't forget yourself, too. That's the thing. Like, we have to take care of ourselves, and self care is not always pretty. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not always about, um, you know, chakra clearings and spiritual baths and, um, you know, all that type of stuff that people teach. Like it's not all about that. Sometimes self-love and healing is going within and dealing with your shadows and dealing with your pain and crying it out and being honest with ourselves and cutting people out of our lives and standing in our truth, going after a goal or a dream of ours, starting our business, whatever it is. um that's where the energy needs to be, because I do feel like there's an energy here, like like for one, your ancestors and your spirit guides are proud of you, even if you feel like you're not. Even if you feel like you're not doing good or you're not doing well, just by you continuing to push through and persevere is like, I wouldn't say it's enough, but they are proud of you. I will say that. This isn't about false sense of perfection because we're not perfect. We go through things. Yeah, this is a time of healing right now, you guys. Some of you guys, I'm just getting different types of energy. So take the energy that applies to you. Not everybody is on the same frequency. Right. It's just depending on where you are. I would say some of you guys are like deceived in the heart chakra, feeling like nothing's working out. You feel played, you feel crazy, you feel stupid. And for some of you, maybe this is how somebody else feels. They're in their feelings, they're heavily triggered. Um, they're looking at situations, looking at their life, or looking at a connection in this state of like, oh, this isn't right, this is fake, this isn't real, or I'm stupid, I'm crazy, or oh, f them. Like I'm just getting different types of energy, so please take what resonates, okay? Take what resonates. The word happiness comes up twice. I do feel like you guys gotta put your energy where you feel most guided, where you feel happy. And you do have a help in this. There's like someone around you, like it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be someone online, like a soul tribe member online, it could be music, it could be going out, it could be treating yourself to like, but I feel like this is more of people or energy, someone around you, or maybe one or two or three people help uplift your energy. If it's not your love, then it's people close to you of your soul tribe, like a family member around you, a friend, a coworker, like people are, it's just like find your happiness, like truly, not to escape from yourself and escape from things that need healing, but you got to take in the good energy too. But you have help. I do see that there's help around you that wants to replenish your energy, and because you guys are not stuck. You guys are frustrated. Some of you are frustrated because you feel like you're in the same cycles, but you're not stuck. And if this is not you, this may be how the other party feels. But let's tap into that person's energy. Yeah, you help somebody, you help change somebody's life, whether you realize it or not. And I feel like you could say the same about someone else or your love, like even if you feel like they were a shitty person, they helped you in some sense, like, or they piss you off. But somebody feels like they're a better person, I feel, because of someone else. Like you helped me be a better person. That's what I'm getting. Let's see. And cut. I'm just like all right, you could be dealing with a person that has two other parties, and I know that's annoying. This is like a theme. Like I get sick and tired of it sometimes, but it is what it is. I have to be honest in what I see. Um, and this could also just be two different energies of a person. It does not have to necessarily be two different people. When people push you away, it has nothing to do with you, but sometimes it is a message for you to go further within yourself. When you're rejected, it's more than likely something's being rejected in yourself. Something need to be triggered. And sometimes people just need their own space. Like it's not always about us. Sometimes don't overextend your energy. If you don't have it to give, and if it's not being reciprocated, fall back. That's just, it is what it is. Self love. Um, yeah, so there could be two different. I'm getting, you got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, water sign, earth sign. So it could be two different energies or two different people. I feel someone is focused on their healing though. Someone is focused on their healing more so than a relationship, or more so on love. Someone is more focused on healing themselves right now, focusing on their money or their business. Someone is a profession, like this is someone's like focusing on being more professional, taking care of themselves. So I don't really feel too strongly that this is a third party energy, though it could be, but not for everybody. Take what resonates. I more so feel like it's someone working on themselves rather than focusing on love right now too much. It's not a heavy energy of love focuses, if that makes sense. Um, whoever is divine, whoever is a divine masculine, whether you are or person, you know, that's on your mind, you're a divine feminine. Feel this divine masculine energy is going through it a little bit more than you. This person is soul searching. This person is soul searching right now. They do need time by themselves. They may appear to be unattached from you, but that's why I say you have to honor where people are with, because everyone's going through something right now. Honor where you are and honor where they are. All right. Um, yeah, this person's dealing with a lot of fears. They're having a hard time with letting go and opening up with their emotions. This person is like, fuck off with the emotions. I'm not trying to feel it. I feel like this is a masculine energy, and we all have feminine, masculine principles. So you may even resonate with this yourself too, if you identify more as a feminine energy, you may also resonate with this for yourself as your masculine energy. You struggle at times where you don't want to face your emotions. But there's a masculine energy that I'm picking up on collectively that is kind of like guarding their emotions for dear life. Um, they're also maybe going through a little bit of a financial imbalance at this time, or just very focused on money to where it's kind of obsessive, and it could be to distract themselves from focusing on their healing. Spirit's going to continue to trigger the fuck out of this masculine energy until they go within, and they could use you as a trigger, whether it be the thoughts of you, whether it be their feelings about you, whether it be something they seen, they heard, or something in their past that they thought about, something, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Spirit will use it just like you're being triggered. Same thing. um yeah, I operate out of masculine energy too. And sometimes it's protection. I feel like some women have been single or alone. Feminine energies have no one but themselves for the most part. Have to defend themselves and protect themselves, that they operate so much out of their masculine energy they don't realize it. And facing and confronting their emotions is like the last thing that they want to do is be vulnerable. And I feel like that could go for feminine energies and masculine energies, but take a resonate. Um, mm. Yeah, they appear to be unattached, but maybe they are just to some degree. But you'll feel the connection may not be felt right now. You may feel like you're alone, but there's, like I said in the beginning, there's no such thing as separation. But this person kind of does have to disconnect just a little bit, so they can go within. So respect that space and energy, as I'm sure you would want someone to do the same. Because sometimes we don't like to be bothered when we're healing or when we're going through things. What else? If there happens to be multiple parties involved, like another woman or another man, or multiple men or women in the equation, that is like they're not really in that space really either. So it's, I don't feel like that's to be taken offense, because I do see an empress here. There was two other queens. There's an empress. Okay, so I will say this: if you're triggered by other women or other feminine energies, know that. And my friend said this to me earlier. Like, there's only one empress. There's always gonna be a whole bunch of queens in the court, and in the way, distractions. But there's only one empress. Not everybody is, like I said, I'm not saying like to get in that energy of ownership and, oh, this is my man or this is my woman and all that. Like, not that possessive energy, but like, what it is on a spiritual level, on an energetic level, what it is. So it's like, really, the threat shouldn't really be there. And if it is, it's because something needs to be healed. I would say it's more of a trigger than anything. But the Empress came out, and the Emperor came out as well in this reading. So divine counterparts are here, and so did the Two of Cups. The Four of Wands is also here. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Like, this shit don't happen. How I know that Spirit's not playing with me is because, like, when I get readings that what I call too good to be true, with my ego is like, oh, that's too good to be true. I'm not gonna just tell people this because I don't want to get people's hopes up and stuff like that. Spirit will show me like the soulmate cards, quote unquote, the twin flame cards, quote unquote, whatever, to prove to me like, no, this ain't bullshit. Like, this is really what's going on. So I'm gonna trust Spirit on this. You got the Two of Cups that came out earlier. The Emperor came out earlier. Now you have the Empress, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups with the Four of Wands. The Ace of Cups came out twice, and the Two of Cups also came out in this spread. These are all divine connections. And then not to mention the Hierophant. The only one that I would say that didn't come out is the Lovers and the Temperance, which is also divine counterpart energy. But I feel like with the Emperor and the Two of Cups that came out, I feel like that's spiritual divine union. That's divinely orchestrated, divinely ordained spiritual connection. If you don't have anybody, know that you do have someone out. Seeing them at all doesn't mean they don't exist. Because if you're resonating with this, then it's for you too. But yeah, there's only one Empress here. And what you need to know if you're a divine feminine is know that whatever is happening where you feel like it's a delay or you feel like what you're trying to manifest is not happening, know that it's because um, know that it's because there's no necessary need for things to happen in a certain way. There's no such thing of delays per se. It's just energy has to line up, and sometimes we're being protected from things that may not be of our highest good, whether it be at the time or whether it just be period. So trust spirit with timing. And again, timing doesn't really, it's not that big as what we make it out to be. So I see the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles is like the Ten of Cups represents the spirit and the Ten of Pentacles represents the physical. So a lot of what you're creating, there's a divine promise. You know how the Ten of Cups has the rainbow. Rainbows to me represents divine promises or God's promise. So I feel like spirit is reminding you of that. And if you guys are getting a lot of references with rainbows or you're seeing rainbows a lot, take that as a sign that spirit is going to, whatever it is that's promised to you, a divine gift, it's going to come and it will manifest itself. Give it time. Because I feel like, to be honest with you, feminine energy, you may be in a better space than divine masculine energy at the moment. Because I get a lot of like inner turmoil. I also get money not looking right for them. Not really. Not really. Money's not really looking too good right now, or they're stressed out about what's going on in their physical life. They could be stressed out about their car or stressed out about just anything on a material level, but they're healing. And if they're going through financial losses right now, if they're going through financial losses, because spirit needs to get people's attention. Sometimes we'll lose our jobs so that we can go further into ourselves. Sometimes we have breakups during certain times in our life because we needed to go within ourselves. I feel like they're going through it and it's because they're avoiding their healing. And for some, this could be spirit giving a heads up that this person could like lose their job or lose something financial or whatever they're holding on to of material value that's keeping them and distracting them from going within is going to be removed because they're juggling too many different energies. They're like, you got to choose the truth. Like, are you going to stay in energies that don't serve you because you're teeter-tottering? Like, you, one minute you're like, I want to do this, I want to be authentic, I want to be real, I want to leave this bad relationship, or I want to get out of this shitty job. But then the next, like, oh, I can't lose my job, oh, I can't leave this relationship, like all these excuses. So spirit is like, you got to make a decision. I feel like that's a masculine energy, but like I said, we can also channel our masculine energies too. Just because we identify as feminine or we're in a female body doesn't necessarily mean that we don't have masculine attributes. But I feel like yeah, they need to make a decision because they're trying to hang on to like an old materialistic form of like bullshit. Like, how do I say it? Like structures, constructs, like material things that don't matter, old aspects of themselves, like who they used to be, or operating still in the same environments based off of who they used to be, knowing damn well that like it doesn't fit anymore because they feel emotionally imbalanced. Like they know within themselves something is off, something's not right, but trying to uphold the bullshit. Like, yeah, spirit's gonna push someone into themselves. Someone is going to, it's gonna be some soul searching. I also see travel though. I see travel for some of you, or maybe divine masculine energy traveling. This is a holiday energy too, so I will say for some of you, I'm not gonna guarantee this for everybody. I'm just gonna speak on what, because spirit doesn't lie. So if it's meant for you, it's gonna happen either way. I do see like people coming together in the holidays with their counterpart potentially, okay, or some sort of like happy outcome with something because you got a lot of good cards here, and I feel like this represents union to some extent. Then you got the Ace of Cups, which is a love offer, but you got to let this person go through what they need to go through without exerting yourself into their business. But I feel, of course, always send love. The Ace of Cups can also be you sending your love to this person. sending your love to this person. It could be a phone call, it could be a text message, it could be an email, it could be something, whatever, or a physical meetup. But I feel like someone's extending their energy out, and I get could be help. Some of you guys may feel like this person's pulling on your heart chakra, and if they are, send them love. And if you feel guided to reach out to this person to send them love or say, hey, I'm wishing you well or happy holidays or whatever, do it without expectation, because if it's authentic and true and you really mean that shit, you're not expecting anything in return because your heart led you to do it, not for you to get anything out of it. But for some of you, I do see something coming for you. What else, Spirit? What else do you want them to know? Two of Pentacles came out again. Yeah, someone, like, there's a masculine energy that has a decision to make. Like, they're fucking themselves. Like, they're stubborn or they're playing themselves, I would say. And if you're tapping into your masculine energy where you know you need to let go of something that doesn't serve you, like, say, a bad habit or eating habit or a job, not saying that anybody needs to quit their job. You know what your situation is, and you know what doesn't serve you, and it's whoever's channeling their masculine energy. It's like like you're going back and forth between trying to hold on to something that doesn't work. And the judgment card is here to say you need to make a decision, because you can't take that bullshit with you to the next phase, to the next chapter. You can't take it. Like, Spirit's not playing with us. Like, come on. Yep, the world the world card. If you guys are familiar with the tarot, you know that the judgment card is just before the world card, which is the last major arcana card in the deck. The judgment card came out and the world card came soonly after. So yeah, this represents an ending of a cycle, a chapter. Okay, we're coming at the end of a decade. So I feel like for some of you though, because you got 20 and you have 21 here, I would say the Spirit is like, there's something that's happening in between. Some of you guys may be like in the beginning of 2020. You may be releasing cycles going into 2021. Like, that's when everything is completed. Like, nothing's gonna be the same. And for a lot of you, it's like Spirit's like, you got to do this shit before then. Because I see 2021 being a very prosperous energy for a lot of people, especially in money, um, new opportunities in general. But in love, like, y'all got to clear your karma, because Spirit's got so many blessings, and it's the karma is what keeps us attached to the bullshit. It keeps us attached to this fake reality. You got to let it go. I do see some people, like, Spirit, the stubborn motherfuckers. The stubborn motherfuckers are going to get sick, like a flu, or like just put your ass in bed. Like, Spirit's not playing. And I'm stubborn, so I know this. Like, Spirit does this to me every year, and I don't know why I've never learned my lesson. Like, every time I need to go within and I need to heal and I need to release something, and I try to distract myself with work, Spirit, like, knocks me in the fucking head and makes me sick and makes me have to stay in bed so that I go through my healing processes. And for some of you, this could be quote unquote ascension symptoms that you have, where you have to you have to rest. You have no choice but to rest, and this is where you are most connected to God, because you have no freaking choice but to do it. Um, and if this is not you, this is definitely the other party, but it could be both of you. Like, oh, you trying to distract yourself? Oh, okay. All right. Give this motherfucker a cold. All right. For how many days? Oh, let's give him 5 days. Okay. Oh, this person really stubborn? Give him a week. Okay. Yeah. Spirit's not playing. Spirit is not playing. Because, like, it's so much. If you guys can see, I can't even see it wholeheartedly, but I can feel it. If you can see what Spirit has, it's like you would be like, I'm cutting this. I don't have time. And some of you may be on that. Like, I don't have time to play with this. I don't have time to play with myself and bullshit myself. I have things I need to do, and I want to get there. Because you have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is like on some new wave, like a new way of thinking and being and doing. People say you can't make changes doing the same thing, going through the same methods. So right now, some of you guys may be like the Page of Swords, where you're dissecting and discerning things and reflecting because you don't want to leave any type of residue in your past. So I do see that. Um, your inner child is communicating with you as well. Why is the inner child communicating? What is it? What is it? Yeah, like some of you guys are, oh, okay. I see, like I told you guys, like a rapid change. Like um, once you get to the place within yourself where you say, I'm done with the bullshit, and when I get triggered, you don't want to let it pass you by. Like, say for instance, you get triggered, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna wait till tonight to figure it out. I'm not gonna wait till this weekend to figure out when it's a new moon and set intentions. No, I'm gonna do this shit right now. I'm gonna figure out why this is bothering me, or whatever it is, or I know I need to write out a message to my higher self, or whatever it is, that spiritual work you feel led to do. You're not going to let it pass you by. You're going to get on it, because you have the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. So that's like a quick leap in maturity, like rapid, because you're a page, but now all of a sudden you're a King of Swords. Like, this is, like I said, work is happening rapidly, because a lot of you already know that you got something you need to be doing. um Energy is traveling really fast, and I see your higher self and your inner child communicating with you as well. I feel like what the inner child is communicating is reminding you of who you are, reminding you of who you are and what you're here to do, or to get you more closer to your path, or get you closer to your passions, your truth. Like, it's highlighting a lot, and I see that you guys got a long way to go. Like, you haven't even scratched the surface of your journey. I don't care how old you are, how young or how old you think you are. You haven't fully even scratched the surface yet. There's so much ahead for you. I see the Three of Wands as like so much potential. And I see the Three of Wands as like a Moses energy. So some of you guys may resonate with the story of Moses, Exodus in the Bible, the story of Exodus. If I'm saying that right, the Two of Swords. Mm, mm. So I feel like you're also gonna have more peace and clarity in the mind when you decide that you're not gonna leave any stone, as my sister say, unturned. Like any, like, spirit, I want to know every kink and twist of me that I have not discovered, that I need to release and let go of, so I could really like get in tune with who I really am, the truth of me. Like, I want to do this. Like, I have to do it. Um Also, going within yourself, like I said, this is going within and reassessing everything as it stands in front of you, as it stands, like right here. There's a lot of twos here, you guys, as well. So you guys might be seeing a lot of twos sequences, 22, 222, triple or quadruple two, whatever. You guys might be seeing a lot of twos, or seeing things in doubles. So let's say, for instance, you keep seeing two flamingos, birds, or two swans, or two turtles, or two wolves, or two whatever, ducks swimming. Like, you're going to see that in a but and I feel like that represents partnerships too. That's what I think of when I see birds together in the sky and there's only two of them. I take that as a sign of like something with partnership. So that could be a sign for some of you. It doesn't have to be birds, but just keep in mind something with doubles or the number two. Let's see what else. And that can also be 11 as well, the twos. Yeah. I see like I see a lot of inner child work, which is cool. I feel like that's necessary. So yeah, you guys are turning away from issues and problems, but after you do the work, because I see the Page of Pentacles as like a student, she or he is doing the work. So you're not going to just turn your back on things until you address them. And I feel like this is on an emotional level, emotional detachment to things that no longer serve you, no longer trying to force or control things, and just moving forward. And this is more so seeking self fulfillment. You're seeking self fulfillment within yourself. That doesn't mean distracting yourself. Also, mentally detaching from the energies of like this false sense of feeling trapped, telling yourself that you can't do something, or whatever is self defeating. I see that being removed too, and it could be connected to the inner child. So, any childhood memories that trigger of something within you, I'll use myself as an example if this helps. I think I said this in one of my, I think I did a video on inner child healing. If I'm not mistaken, I did mention this. When I was little, I had to been like in third grade, maybe second, third grade, and I had a journal and I was writing. I wanted to, what I was really doing now that I remember, I'm recalling it, which is weird. I'm going back and I'm recalling more detail, which is crazy. At the time I thought it was just I was writing about the boy, but no, I was gonna like write him a letter and tell him that I liked him. And I remember I was writing, I was in the room alone, and one of my family members bursted in the room. She grabbed my paper, she ran to the living room where everybody was, and she started reading it. I was so embarrassed. So I feel like that kind of like, because I have a hard time expressing my feelings to people, like telling people things, even if it's just as simple as like reaching out to a person and be like, hey, it doesn't even have to be on nothing romantic. It could be like not even to build a friendship. It could just be reaching out to a person and like I'll use another example. So I felt like guided to reach out to a person and tell them like, hey, you helped me with something. Like what you posted, it helped me. It helped me release something. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because that's stupid. And I was thinking all these crazy thoughts of why I shouldn't send them this message. And spirit triggered me to do this through love. Like I had to be rejected in love, and it's to heal. And I felt like it was to help me identify where the issue stemmed from and what was the issue. Why did I have a hard time with expressing to people my feelings, or telling people that I cared about them, or tell them whatever that they helped me, or to initiate things. Like I have a big issue with that. So it's like that's a work in progress, but it took me back to my childhood because that's something that I needed to heal within myself, and also forgive the person that did it to me. So it's crazy. I feel like the more and more you go within your inner child and the things like you'll see why. Bianca, do your homework, girl. Don't let me distract you. No, no, really, for real. But yeah, you have to go within your inner child, you guys, because I feel like it's a lot of the things that we're doing as adults, you know, is because of a wounded inner child. So if anything comes up, heal it, okay? And I also feel like it will speed the process of things that your heart is trying to manifest and call in when you remove those blockages, because the inner child is like the dopest, most powerful manifester ever. Children are the most powerful because they have the power of imagination. And speaking of power of imagination, you guys need to hop on Neville Goddard's train. If you have not ever heard or read a book by Neville Goddard, I would suggest it, because when I was a baby and didn't really know much about my intuition or about gifts or law of the attraction or manifesting and all of that magic and shit, I would watch like law of attraction stuff. So I was like a baby to it, but I was really drawn to read Neville Goddard and listen to him, and I was like manifesting and I didn't even realize it. And I naturally have like a strong gift of imagination. Like I can really go in. I gotta figure out where my Pisces placement is, but yeah, I have like a very strong imagination. So kids are so powerful because they they use their imagination. They use the gift of that. They don't know how to differentiate between what's fake and what's real, really. Like they don't really care about that shit. So you have to have a healthy inner child that really wants to play, that really believes, is really open, is like, fuck this reality. I can manifest my truth. Um, another thing too, um, another thing I picked up in a reading last night, it was the bi-weekly reading. I had picked up something about Santa Claus. So like manifesting with that inner child energy, like you're putting in a wish list with the universe and telling them what you really want. Because with little kids, like what I used to do when I was little, if I wanted a Barbie house, I would put everything I wanted on that list, and there was no doubt that I wasn't gonna get what I wanted on my list, even if I didn't get some of the shit. But um, most of the time I did. Like I had some very specific things. Like I want a Hello Kitty CD player. I want a, I don't know, Brandy, Destiny's Child, Britney Spears CD. I got it. Barbie house, a specific Barbie house I wanted. I got it. A specific Barbie, I got it. You just, it's like you gotta trust. Like that inner child needs to live. Like let them live. Let that little kid out. You know, that doesn't mean being, stupid and dumb and stuck on whatever foolery, but a healthy inner child, I feel like it's powerful. So yeah, that's why this is coming up. And I see a victory with that. So let's see. I'm gonna tap in and see on the wave of love and energies. Is there anything that anyone on the other side or a lover wants to tell you, their higher self wants to tell you? Thank you. This person wants to tell you that they do notice the signs aligned with you. So this person is seeing signs of synchronicities, or they're being reminded of you through something. So if they're not really up on signs of synchronicities, if they're not up on signs of synchronicities, then they might like think about you, like a memory will come up, or someone with your name will come up, and that will be like, oh, what the fuck? Like they'll know it has something to do with you. Let's see. And it goes both ways. I have 11% on my one of my devices, and it's 929, which is 911. Person wants you to know that they're falling for you. Um, some of you, this could be like a new energy, or this person is allowing themselves to actually feel. They feel like you're not seeing them very clear. They are stuck in their ways, so you may be looking at them in a sense that, yeah, this person has a lot of work to do. But also, like, it could go different ways for each and every one of you. There's something that they feel like you're not seeing. This person is telling you that they still love and care about you. They have a care for you, if not love yet. But I feel like some of you, yeah. Their higher self, this is more of a higher self energy. This person is telling you not to change who you are. Don't change who you are for me. I don't know if I'm going to show you if you guys can see. You guys can't really see. Oh, I'm trying to make it like visible. It says, though we may not always see eye to eye, I adore you. Do not ever change for me nor anyone. So they want you to be your authentic self. Yeah, some of you guys, this person does want to talk to you, and they do want to see you. So if you feel that energy strongly, I would trust it. I would trust it. All right, 2 more messages. Yeah, this person may have told some lies to you before. I also feel like this person wants to apologize for hurting you. Yeah, okay, I'll say this. Because Because I remember, I think I said this earlier in the video, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I did say that you were feeling like it's like a yearning, like an energy of yearning for each other, like you could feel it, and it's because the souls are calling or desiring to come closer, or the heart or whatever is desiring to come closer, whether they know it's you or they know of you or not yet, or you don't know of them or not, whatever, doesn't matter. Like your soul is calling out to that other energy, that other essence. And I feel you feel it in this person. The message to you, whether this is their higher self or this is a hidden energy that they don't want to express or don't know how to express, is something about distance. And they're saying the distance is killing me. I feel more so this is the ego, because the higher self knows that there's no distance, no separation, but also it's just a desire to be close. The energies want to be close. Um, this person may have pictures of you from somewhere, whether you gave it to them or they took it upon themselves and found pictures or videos of you or whatever, or you guys took them together. Like they have something of you, video or picture. They may even have like something. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, trust your dreams, you guys, like for real. Because it's like a message. Like, sometimes that's the only way that we can speak to each other at times is in the dreams. Like, friends and family members and stuff, too. They'll come in your dreams, whether they're in your waking life or they passed on. Like, they'll come to you. We just have to listen to what's being said. In the language that they speak. They may come to you in a language that only you understand. I'm very big on animals, you guys. I love animals and I see them as messengers. You guys, if you guys are used to my channel by now, you know I like to pull out my little animal messenger book that I have. Pay attention to animals too. Pay attention to animals in your dream because they are messengers. Everything on this universe is a messenger. A color, a number, a sound, a fucking, I don't know, like I said, animal, a person. Everything is has a message. Everything is a messenger. Shoot, I even think food is a messenger, if I'm not mistaken. Like food has its own language and frequency too. So everything, like, don't discount nothing. Um, yeah, pay attention to everything in your dreams: colors, sounds, facial expressions, words, elements, water, air, fire, like pay attention to everything like that stands out to you. If you can remember it first thing when you get up, I advise you to write it down because sometimes we don't always remember our dreams when we get up. I believe that the dreams that we do wake up and we remember are those that we need to take account of and write it down and remember and go back and discern what those messages are. They have dream books out there. They have like online websites for dream decoding, or if you have that, that gift to tap into that, or you already know what it means, you'll be able to discern it. There are people that do dream interpretations. I'm not going to say that I'm the best at it, but I can. Um, some of you guys could be receiving premonitions of things to come. So take that into consideration too. Yeah, flowers, trees, plants, they are also messengers as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That message was kind of all over the place, but you're trying to block third eye butterfly. You're trying to block. This is just what I'm. This is just what I'm getting. You're trying to block something that's trying to come in. Yep, you're trying to block. Like this person, I feel like the reason why some of you guys may have certain like reoccurring dreams and stuff is because you might be blocking it out, or you could be discounting it, or you might be like, oh, it's just a dream, or oh, it's stupid, or I'm crazy. Like I do that sometimes. But if spirit keeps showing you something, pay attention. Like, okay, spirit, whatever. All right, I hear you. I surrender. What's up? So yes, So that was a pretty, I don't know, interesting message. It was kind of all over the place, but I hope that it resonated with those who it was meant to resonate with. Not everything is going to resonate in a reading, y'all. So you know what to do. Use your discernment. Don't just take it if it doesn't make any sense. Because it's not a personal reading. But if you guys are interested in booking me for a personal reading, I'm available 11th, the 11th through the 23rd for this year until next year. So right now, get me while you got me, because otherwise I'm not gonna be here for too long. Because I'm gonna go on a little break on the starting on the 23rd. I'm gonna go on a break. So book me while you got me, y'all. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can hear frequencies too. I be thinking I be tripping. I'm like, what am I like? What is the sound? Like, it's not like a normal ringing in your ear. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's kind of scary. But anyway, much love to y'all. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'm gonna send some hearts to y'all in the chat from my other device. Thank you guys for watching and sticking with me. I appreciate y'all. So I will leave this up. You guys know where to find me. I appreciate y'all. Okay? Until next time, much love.